RTA type 2. Well, where am I? Proximal tubule. Bottom line is, let me set up the picture. Luminal membrane, what's in that lumen? Urine. Epithelial cell, what kind? PCT. And there's my blood. Here, you see that X. The red X represents either a patient genetically was missing carbonic anhydrase. You could pharmaceutically induce this by giving which drug? Something like acetazolamide to inhibit that carbonic anhydrase. Or what if you had a condition such as Fanconi syndrome that is causing complete destruction of the proximal convoluted tubule? In any of these cases that I just gave you in terms of numerous etiologies, what have you done to your renal threshold for reclaiming bicarb? You've decreased it. When doing so, out goes the bicarb. You end up having a pH in your blood that is decreased. Welcome to RTA type 2. Please do not miss this. What I wish to bring to your attention, once you diagnose your patient metabolic acidosis, this next step that you have to take, clinically, every single time, it's called anion gap. Anion gap means what? Keep it simple. Cations minus the anions. The only cation that you will be taking into consideration clinically is sodium. Why? 135 to 145 is normal. Potassium is the other cation, but it's only 3.5 to 5.0, so let that go. Anions, there's two of them. So from your cation, sodium, you will subtract your anions. Those include your chloride, which is between 95 to 105, and every bicarb between 22 to 26. This is something, once again, you have dealt with in acid-base physiology. Make sure you know about anion gap. When is the only time that you'd be using this clinically? Metabolic acidosis, right? And here, RTA type 2 is a normal anion gap. All renal tube acidosis are, normal clinically is called non-anion gap metabolic acidosis. What is normal anion gap? Between 8 and 12. Don't worry, it's my first time, or our first time in which we're dealing with anion gap. There's plenty more places where we will do anion gaps. If you missed this first time around, go back and repeat, or bear with me here, because we'll refer to this over and over again. Type 2, impaired reabsorption of bicarb, out it goes. Welcome to RTA type 2. Or with type 2, there might be impaired secretion of your hydrogen. Remember, when you say renal tubular acidosis, be careful. What is that acidosis referring to? The acidosis referring to the blood. Is that clear? That's your pathology. It's not referring, this is not aciduria. This is renal tubular acidosis. So this would be of the blood. Or, like we said, defective or deficiency of carbonic anhydrase. Large amounts of bicarb are gone. A generalized PCT dysfunction may also result in large loss of bicarb, such as Fanconi. Discussed this plenty. Inhibitors and other conditions causing damage to the PCT. Myeloma, we will hit over and over again. Drugs that are nephrotoxic, and cystinosis, which is rare, but could be an inherited cause of damage to the proximal convoluted tubule.